I started this week with the red chroma chart. I reworked the value scale and it was better this time. But when working the red in, some of the gray values I had mixed earlier got dry and did not mix well with the red. The chart did not end up good and it was a pain to make, so I decided to quit acrylics and work with some gouache. I checked James Gurney's videos, including a great one about Gamut masking, which inspired me to color an image with different colors, as I'll show later, but decided to follow his unusual gouache painting technique video first because it was longer and more suited to following along. Unfortunately, I made the mistake of closing the pages wet, so the paint stuck on the other side and damaged the exercise. From black and white, I moved to a limited palette of yellow, blue, white, and black, following Ruth Wilshaw's Illuminated Forest tutorial, which was a nice way to work with a limited palette. I then got some of my homemade gouaches and worked that palette with yellow ochre, a blue, and a rose orangey brick color. I also mixed the Bordeaux with the blue and some red, yellow ochre, white, and black Zorn style combinations. I then decided to use the fairy images I had created for an Instagram challenge to try some different colors. I had imagined the scene as a lino cut, hence the black and white, and I used a digital watercolor and my usual muted palette for the challenge. I decided to explore a more vibrant, real watercolor version using a neon blue I never pick up, and try Chris' principle of using vibrant adjacent colors but muted further in opposing colors. But I did not like the result, and the drawing gum did not work with the cheap paper, and I got chunks of paper off, so I decided to work digitally with different Gamut masks. I chose the first girl having tea for this exercise and decided to keep the jacket constant as a blue-green color, and I used Krita's pre-made Gamut masks. A shifted triad, split complementary, dominant with accent, complementary, atmospheric triad, which I repeated without the teal jacket to privilege the skin tone, and finished with an atmospheric with accent Gamut mask. This was fun, and I moved back to the fairies working with a complementary and split complementary palette, but I thought I was keeping it safe and within my comfort zone. So I tried Shift to Triad with colors I don't normally work with, and then another split complementary, this time including an outlandish orange background. I finished the week with a rather colorful illustration for another Instagram challenge. I had already created some of the characters and the color palette for this illustration for a planner I made for my kids, but it was good to revisit a more vibrant and colorful illustration now that I'm working with colors. This is it for this week. Thank you very much for watching.